everyone, this is Judi with JLBCrafts. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. In this video, I'm going to be hand lettering inspirational quotes in this spread I did a year ago in my horizontal planner. As you can see, this was a Lunar New Year spread. Maybe you didn't know that. That's what this is. It was 2022 was the year of the tiger, so I've got lots of little accents that have tigers on them. Traditionally, Lunar New Year colors are lots of red and gold, so I've picked a bunch of red and gold. I have these hits of kind of a dark grayish blue, so I did pick one grayish blue pen. So I thought to myself it would be pretty easy to find a lot of inspirational quotes that had to do with, you know, fierceness, and that had the word tiger in them, but it actually was kind of hard. So anyway, I did find 7 quotes, so we're going with tiger. It looks like, I mean, I could write who we attribute the quote to on almost every space because of the way I set it up with the swishies, but I definitely meant for it to be these 4 because it's probably not coming across on camera, but these 4 are paper. So I'm going to stick to those. I was able to find, you know, different like proverbs and stuff that didn't have a specific author listed, so I'm not going to put who we attribute the quote to in those spaces. So let's lay my pens out. I think I want to go with, I like to go with a big fat pen down here and I'm going to write the word tiger. So I think since there's red, a couple red, you know what, it's not really going to matter. I'm just going to go, pretty much I'm going to go, I think, gold, red, gold, red. Although I definitely feel like that should be gold up there. So maybe we'll put the blue pen in here. So we'll go gold, red, gold. And then that's a red pen. It says flamingo red. We'll go red, gold, red, gold, and I'll bring this pen up here. So I'm going to put these off to the side, zoom in, and we'll go ahead and get started. Oh, I also have pulled a micron, a super fine micron, but I actually don't need it to be a micro perm because I'm going to just need it to write in these paper spaces. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm zoomed in. I'm going to go ahead and write the word tiger right here. So on the fat end of the pen, I need at least 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Normally I would come down a little bit, but since the word tiger, the G, is a descender, I know I need to be able to drop down 2 lines as well. So that's actually going to fit really nicely here. But because of that, I want to come up and use a slightly higher 4 lines. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my descender will drop down 2 more. So let's go ahead and start right here. First quote, I chose one that did not have who to attribute, so it was either a proverb or an unknown author, and it is, "He who rides the tiger finds it difficult to dismount." So the other thing about the quotes that I chose, I was looking for quotes that were about literal tigers, but more that were about, you know, bravery and fierceness and whatnot. So I think I did okay. It took me a bit of searching, but I found them. So, all right, let's get started. He who rides the, I think I'm gonna go 2, 2, 2, and just kind of start all the way over and see how much I can fit on it. And I did want to go ahead and look up, my H is a little squiggly, so this was before I started doing the faintly triangular entrance. So other than changing that entrance, here's what my H looks like. It's kind of like a twisted figure 8, so we're going to kind of go triangular up, heavy down, light up, and then another heavy down. And for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, check out, I will link in the cards up above, my 2022 lettering playlist where I go over all of that, and you can have, you have weekly videos to help you learn to brush letter like I'm doing here. So I will link that in the cards up above. All right, so He Who Rides the Tiger. Let's see how much of that we can fit on here. Not bad. Tiger finds it difficult. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit that. I really hate having a long word right at the end, but we'll just see. Tiger finds it difficult. I think I'm going to end up with Tiger finds it and then difficult to dismount. So knowing that, I'm going to come in a little bit for Tiger. Now we got a crunch time. Difficult to dismount. I don't have the luxury of trying to avoid these two descenders, so we're just going to start all the way over here at the edge and try to squeeze it all in. Hi, baby. Speaking of tigers, come on. Come over here. Come sit and look out the window. You haven't shown up in a long time. Come on, keep going. Over here. Hi, baby. He might be back. I'm not sure. He's on the edge of my desk right now. So, all right. So that one fit much better than I was expecting, actually. Got pretty lucky on that one. Okay, the next one I have is by John Gardner. So let's go ahead and write that in. I think I'm going to switch to a black Papermate Flare. Just because, like I said, I don't need that to be a permanent marker. And the quote is, I'm going to use a yellow pen. This one's called Golden Hour. I didn't mention, I don't think, this one was Flamingo Red. And these are calligraphs. They are from Archer and Olive. So they're not inexpensive, but if you can find them on sale, you can find them on sale regularly, which makes them a good deal in my opinion. Okay, so back to it. Our quote. Our noblest hopes grow teeth and pursue us like tigers. Our noblest hopes grow. All right, so same kind of thing. I'm just gonna, since most of these are somewhat of a squarish space, I'm just gonna go ahead and start and see how much I can fit on the first line. This one has a few more letters than the first one, but that one, as long as I can squeeze a few more in the middle, I think I'll be okay. So grow teeth and pursue. So one of the things I can do is change the word and to an ampersand if I need to. So let's get up to the and see where we're at, because pursue us like tigers seems like too much to fit down here on one line. So I think I need to get pursue up here, which means I need to change the and into some sort of ampersand. So yeah, I'm gonna make that an ampersand. So let's grab my lettering book from last year. I did a couple ampersands on the very last week of the year. It's not something I use very often, so I definitely want to look and see what I was playing with for that. Here we go. Don't like that one. I like this one. Let's do one of these. Okay. So basically a big E, top is smaller than the bottom with a little foot. Us like tigers. So we're just gonna have to get lucky and hope we don't hit that. There. 2 down, 5 to go. All right, next I have a red Le Pen Flex and no space, so I went with there is no off switch on a tiger. And that's the shortest quote I have today. Let's break it into 3 lines like I've been doing. There is no, and then we'll go off switch, and then we'll go on a tiger. Or I could make it 2 lines and leave a bigger space in between. And I've got off with 2 F's, which is going to cause a lot of entanglement. So let's do that. I'm going to start in the space I would normally start and try to fit, let's see, if I go here, skip that line. Okay, I'm going to start 1 row down actually. There is no off. That's what we want to fit on here. And then we're going to switch on a tiger. That's longer. I'm going to start over as far as I can, and if I have to rip a little of this washi tape off, I will. What did I do? That doesn't look right. I tried to make it double high. I messed myself up, you guys. Let's do a little whiteout. Trust me on this. It happens. You need to use whiteout sometimes. I don't know why I got lost on where my lines were that I was trying to use. It happens. I like tape for this, correction tape, because usually you can write right over it. So we better keep that out just in case. Just making sure it's nice and flat. Okay, so what I meant to do was use these 2 lines, which means I need my S to be here. There we go. So if you know where to look, you can definitely see the whiteout. It's not invisible. But if you don't know where to look, once this is all filled up, it's not gonna stand out like a sore thumb. So, okay, next quote. Believe it or not, the next quote is from Madonna. So let's write that in here. Okay, and it is better to live 1 year as a tiger than 100 as a sheep. There's no extra A in there. So I might have to get desperate and change that to the number 100, but we'll try, we'll see. It's a little bit of a longer one. So let's just start up here. Now, one of the things I could do, I think I will do since I am tight on space down here, is use, since I'm out past the date there, I can go ahead and use the very, very top line, and we can make this a 4-line quote if we need to. So let's go ahead and just start up here. Better to live 1 year as a tiger. Let's see how much of it I can fit. Year as a tiger, comma, than. I think we're gonna be okay. Since I have 4 lines, there are no descenders, so we can just write freely. And that even stops that line in a really good spot, because that's where my comma goes. I think we'll be okay. Then 100 as sheep. So I think I need to fit than 100. And then since this bit here is pretty short, we'll fit a sheep in there. So than 100. I need to pick which side of my Y I'm gonna start on. I think it's better to be safe than sorry. No, it's a T and an H, which aren't gonna fit in there. So we're gonna start it here. Okay, no problem, looks pretty good. As sheep, no problem. So other than not having a full descender there on the word sheep, I think that quote was made for that space. That's a good one. Good fit there. Okay. Next, so I have my space. My author is, ooh, not sure how to pronounce this, Wool Soyinka. All right, and the quote is, "A tiger does not shout its tigritude, it acts." So fun little made up word there, I think. I think this is gonna be a 3-line quote. So let's go ahead and start with, "A tiger does not shout." See how much of that we can fit on there. And I'm trying to remember how I do my capital A. I should know this, I know. I went with the pointy A, I know, and not just a really big lowercase a. So let's see, should be right about, nope, last week in June. There we go. All right. Okay, no problem. Tiger does not shout its tigritude, as in attitude. So shout its tigritude. There's a comma in there. So let's see if we can, fit that all on one word. Just wondering if I can fit the H and the T in shout on either side of that. O-U. Okay, let's start about here. Interesting word. Okay, last but not least, it acts. So we just have to make sure we don't have the T in acts entangled with that. So since I'm kind of got a little bit of a slant going here, I think I want to keep that going. There we go. That one looks a tiny bit off balance, but it's okay. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here, which kind of helps make this bit of space feel a little bit fuller. So, all right. So now we have another unknown quote. This is the longest quote I have today, so we're going to have to think about this one a little bit. "Everyone needs a dog to adore him and a tiger to bring him back to reality." Or a cat. I think that's probably more accurate feeling on that quote. So let's see, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use way, way, way up here. I think if I can fit everyone right there, I'll be doing good. We can do another ampersand instead of the and later in the quote. If I can fit needs on here, I will, but I doubt it. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna squeeze needs on here. I'm gonna try to pull up a little bit of this washi. Let's peel it back. Write the word needs on and then re-rip it where it'll fit. Ah, what do you know about that? It fit, okay, just barely. All right, rest of the quote. "A dog to adore him" is the first half. and a tiger to bring him back to reality. And a tiger to bring. Whew. We're going with an ampersand. I need to play it safe. And a tiger to bring. So luckily we just practiced the ampersand, so no problem there. Him back to reality. We're just going to start all the way over and let the letters fall where they may. Oof. This guy might have to move. And if I need to move it up there, I can do that. Because I'm just going to do it because I know all the word reality isn't going to fit there. So let's go ahead and carefully peel that up. It looks just as nice up there. That one's a little squished, but actually I'm pleasantly surprised with how well I got it to fit in there. So last but not least, this quote is by Rob James Collier. And it is, if you rile a tiger, he's going to show his claws. So I think that's a 3-row quote. So that means I can skip this top row and not worry about any entanglement there. If you rile a tiger, let's see, he's going to, and then show his claws. I think that's how it's going to break up. Let's see. If you rile a he's going to show his claws. I think what I'll do, I think I'm going to be okay on space. So let's start he's over here and try to keep the end a little bit shorter as well to balance kind of that inward pull on either side. He's going to okay, so we kind of came in on both sides. And then last but not least, show his claws, which is going to be a little bit wider than this. So we're just going to have to hit where we hit on these two descenders. Let's start back out a little further to the left, show his claws. And that one ended up better than expected. So there we go. I try not to overthink it too much. I mean, I want to think about it a little bit, but I don't want to get stressed. I don't want to overthink it. And it works out more often than not, it seems like. And I think that's because subconsciously we are squeezing letters more when we think we're going to run out of space and not so much when we think we're going to be okay. So it tends to work out. So anyway, next week, obviously, it was something to do with pets. So we'll do cat and dog. Actually, I'm seeing here that these are all dogs. So I think we're going to go from tiger to dogs or something like that. I'll look and see what it was, but for sure we're looking at something with dogs. And it looks like I tried to go rainbow. So like peach, orange, yellow, green, pink, purple, blue, and black. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that next week. Anyway, here we go. Here is my brush lettering for all quotes with doing, oh my goodness, why am I struggling here? I need more coffee, I guess. My tiger inspirational quotes. I hope you like this video. I hope it encourages you. If you haven't started working on hand lettering, brush lettering, give it a shot. Some people learned to make sourdough over the 2 years of COVID. I learned to brush letters. So all those videos are there. They're not going anywhere. Definitely start with Secrets to Great Hand Lettering. It's at the beginning of the playlist. I linked at the beginning of this video, but I will link like that video specifically. Here, it will give you a better sense for the tools you'll need to gather to be successful before you get started. So if you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, dropping me a smiley face or a kind word. All of those interactions with my YouTube videos help me with the algorithm and are a great way to support me. Thank you.